Hey, what's up guys? Alex here with a new video, and today we're going to look at a pretty cool lens by a company called Funleader, and that is the 45mm f2 Contax Zeiss lens converted to the Leica M mount. So Funleader is a company that sells housings and converts old Contax lenses to the Leica M mount, and they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review their 45mm f2 lens. When I saw their silver chrome finish on their 45 f2, I jumped on the opportunity and I said yes, and they did provide this lens for me to review. With that said, I've tested this lens on my Leica MP and the Leica SL2, and these are my first impressions. First of all, these lenses are rehoused Contax lenses for the Leica M mount. If you already own this lens, Funleader also sells the housing for you to convert the lens to Leica M mount yourself and provide tutorials for you to do it, and it's a non-destructive conversion, which means you can convert it to M mount and convert it back without breaking your lens. The process itself looks pretty simple. I got a copy that's already converted, so good for me, but if you own the lens, that is an option. When I got this lens, I was impressed at how good the build quality was and how good it felt in the hand. This feels like a Leica M lens, and I would have never guessed it's a converted lens, and that tells you a lot about the build quality and materials Funleader is using. But my first question was, is this lens going to accurately focus on a rangefinder, and will it be sharp? I've heard a lot of good things about Contax lenses in the past, but I've never tried them, and this was my opportunity. So I did a few quick tests with the Leica SL2, and to my surprise, this lens is crazy sharp, like modern day sharp. And that's crazy because this lens was released in the 90s. I was blown away by the quality coming out of this lens and the form factor. This lens is extremely tiny. After using it for a few test shots with my SL2, I decided to do something crazy, and I took this lens with me to Italy with my Leica MP. And that was crazy because I had not tested if the lens accurately focused with a rangefinder. And I said, F it. I'm gonna risk it because the quality I was getting from this lens on my SL2 was super impressive. And I'm glad I did. So I took this lens with my silver Leica MP, and let me show you what it looks like, because this combination here is one of, I think, the sexiest lens camera combinations you can see. And yes, I did say sexy, but just take a look at that combo. It is just so freaking gorgeous. The silver with a silver MP looks great. The focusing is nice and smooth. The aperture is nice and clicky. And everything about this combination feels great. And the results were equally as good. I'm showing you some of the images I took in Italy, and I was just very impressed by, again, how this lens fits with the M camera and how it performed with the MP. The photos you're looking at were shot with Portra 400, and the lens rendered great. I also used this lens at the Muertos Fest here in San Antonio, which is the Day of the Dead parade and festival with the Leica SL2. And again, I got really good results. What's cool about this lens is you have sharp images. I'm talking about modern day sharp images, but you also have some of the vintage character. What I mean by that is, unlike modern lenses, this lens does flare, and it does have a very nice flare. It also has a little bit of a mix of a vintage bokeh and modern bokeh, so it's smooth, but you still get some of the vintage characteristics. So it's kind of like a lens stuck in between two worlds, vintage and modern, and I love it. So overall, I was super impressed by this lens and the fact that it's a converted Contax lens, because if you would have given it to me, I would have never thought this lens was converted, and I would have thought it's a native M mount lens. So I'll provide information on this lens and Funleader as a whole down below. If you're interested, feel free to check it out. Hopefully you enjoyed the images in this video, and hopefully you agree with me that this combination is just a sexy combo. But as always, guys, please smash the like button, please hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.